They talk about the welterweight division is the most prestige division. Well, I beg to differ. I believe now, in the current time, the middleweight division is the most prestige, more superior, more exciting division than the 147 division. I gotta say, you got Canelo, you got Triple G, you got Andrade, you got Charlo, you got probably Jamie moving up, you got Sanders. He's gonna fight 168, but we all know he still got a lot of fights in 160. Probably trying to put his weight down. Man, it's a stacked division. Even with more dudes, I'm just naming the top. Just naming at the top of my head. You got and you got fighters that could just move up. You know, you got even heard that he's a 154. You know, unified champion. But of course, he's a big boy as well that could easily go to 160 pounds. So, and you got Daniel Jacobs. You know, of course, the upcoming fight with Canelo and Daniel. You know, I believe that's the most prestige division. And of course, that's a division that at least the best of the best already have fought. Canelo and Triple G. And you're going to see, and you already saw Daniel Jacobs versus Triple G. And you're going to see Canelo versus Daniel Jacobs. We was going to see the Andrade versus Saunders. But we could see that the best is winning to fight the best. And the middleweight division, I don't think that there's nobody talking about, oh man, these guys ain't fighting the best. And of course, and it always takes the best of the best to get in there with the best. So Canelo is taking those fights. He's taking those fights again. He got the money. That's why he's the money man in the sport of boxing, because he's the best, willing to fight the other best. And you gotta give kudos. I believe the middleweight division is running real good. I don't believe nobody should be talking about that. Nobody's ducking or anything of that nature in the middleweight division. You don't hear that type of mess. Probably with the Saunders and things of that nature. But that fight was gonna be happening if it wasn't, nobody got caught using drugs. Drugs ain't good for you kids. Some people might disagree. Maybe I believe a lot of boxing heads, real boxing fans, of course, still hold the 147th division as the most prestige division. But in reality, if we just gonna talk about Crawford and Spence, and we ain't gonna talk about Thurman no more, and we ain't gonna talk about Sean Porter as a real threat, and we ain't gonna talk about Daniel Garcia as a real threat, and we're gonna put them like if they some Class C, some Class B fighters and things of that nature, because that's the way I hear it. Every time we talk about boxing, every time you got somebody, they got some type of credibility from the media, or from mass media, or whatever you want to call it, or some boxers or some trainers that they're always talking about the welterweight division. They always talk about just two dudes. So if we're going to talk, like I said in another video, we're going to just talk about this welterweight division is stacked. We got to talk about more dudes. We just can't be talking about they the best. Again, there's no hate, no pun intended. But no, Spence is not number one. No, Crawford's not number two. We got to cut with that narrative. It would be a nice division. It would be a stacked division if we add the other fighter that was there, that was number one. His name is Keith Thurman. We still got to add the Manny Pacquiao, because he's still the money man in 147 and one of the money man in boxing, just like Canelo is in the middleweight division, until somebody put Manny Pacquiao out. And I'm not talking about just beat him. I'm not talking about beat him in a close decision. I'm not talking about him winning off robbery. I'm talking about taking him out in the boxing ring. The type of performance you'd be like Manny Pacquiao, it is time to hang it up. One of these young lions got to do it. I don't want to see no decision versus Manny Pacquiao versus, we can't see. It's not me. We can't see Manny Pacquiao go to a decision versus one of these fighters. We can't go. Or he's going to be the man in 147. That's why everybody's calling out Manny Pacquiao. And in this stage, it's kind of embarrassing. See, in the middleweight division, they're calling out one of the youngest dude in the division, Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, it's because it's the money, but also it's because they know they're going to compete with the best at its prime. That's what's special about the middleweight division, that everybody's on their prime. Everybody is in their prime. And in the 147 division, Manny Pacquiao is the money man. You got Errol Spence calling out Manny Pacquiao. You had Crawford calling out Manny Pacquiao. You got Keith Thurman calling out Manny Pacquiao. That's the difference between 147 and 160 division. So, of course, for me, 160 division is the most prestige division, and I believe that we probably all agree. We could all agree on that. Casuals and boxing and boxing analysts. Because if you think about it, if Errol Spence, if both Crawford and Errol Spence, that's their fight, then there's no fight in 147 for them. That's it. Because if we're going to gauge the number one, and they already have Errol Spence as number one without beating nobody. There is no point talking about the 147 division as being stacked. That we got to move on. So we move on. We moving on to the middleweight division. And I believe in the middleweight division, everything is a 50-50 fight. Can you think about Danny Jacobs versus Andrade, 50-50? Canelo versus Jacobs, 50-50. Triple G and Jacobs, this time going around, 50-50. Triple G versus Canelo 3, 50-50. Charlo Hurd, 50-50. Charlo Hurd in 154. I believe 154 too is a good division, but it's just not getting that pop. It's not getting nobody getting that shine. I believe that in 154, you got a couple of fighters that could go to 147, like Kell Brook that could go back. You got a couple of fighters that could go to 160. You know, they could linger going on. You got, hey, everybody's so big about Errol Spence as being all this special guy and things of that nature. Maybe he needs to go out there and seek what they call it, dare to be great. Andrade just called out Errol Spence out, so I don't even want to hear nobody talking about that he doesn't get the fights that he wants. Heard that's called Spence out. Andrade just called Spence out this weekend ago. Hey, I don't see nobody pushing on the Errol Spence trying to move up. I don't hear nobody doing that no more. Oh, now he's getting the fight. Now he's getting Sean Porter calling him out. Oh, what happened? I thought people thought that he was the boogeyman. You got Bo Crawford want to fight him. So for now on, I don't want to hear that mess no more. That nobody want to fight Errol Spence. I don't want to hear that mess no more. That nobody want that he's avoided. I don't want to hear that mess no more. That's it. Those excuses is gone. Now it's time to put that boogeyman to the test. And if you're going to talk about great this guy is, let him do something great. Push him to do something great. Fighting Demetrius Garcia was not great. I was fighting a lightweight. And his rhymes. So, this is not on them. This is business. They're getting money. This is on the fans. Y'all want to change the narrative about a lot of things. Change that narrative. Pursue greatness. Dare to be great. Move up 2 weight classes. Fight Demetrius Andrade. Yeah, same guy that Keith Thurman beat also in the amateur. They beat each other, but hey, but nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. So at least let's care about the middleweight division where everybody get their respect. And you got young Jamie. Canelo's little brother. 22 years old. He could be a little threat. I don't believe he could get in the ring with none of them at this point, but it's still a good fight. It's still a good fight at 154, but he already said, look, 154, he can't last. He gets too tired. He needs that extra weight. He needs that extra strength for 160. I believe he could do it good in 160. You got to fight the fight where you're comfortable. Got to fight the fight. Everything is 50-50 in 160 pounds. And I believe everybody getting their respect, and they just do. And I believe everybody's in the verge. Hey, if you were down, if you were the zone, you're gonna be in the middleweight division. If you're a middleweight, you got to be with the zone. If you're a welterweight, you got to be with PBC and Al Heyman. It's the way it goes. And it's not that the guys at 147 ain't trying to fight each other. They're not fighting each other. It's just that people don't care about the other guys at 147, but 2 guys. So the 147 division is not stacked. I'm going to change that. I'm going to change that narrative. The 147 division is not stacked because everybody just talking about 2 dudes. That's not a stacked division. That's not a stacked division. A stacked division like the middleweight division, everybody's talking about the middleweight division. But at least they got 3 people up there that at least get some respect. 4. I don't see no too much hate going on in the middleweight division. 147, a lot of hate. A lot of discredit. So, to keep the ball